Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's me, Mary, and I'm here with today's edition on Thursday, August 21st of 90 Day Oy Vey. And guess what? Guess what, you guys, as I try to attempt to fix my hair to make it look halfway decent. First of all, the weather today in New York, bipolar. Okay. Last week it was like 105 in the shade, and today it was 60, windy. My hair was flying everywhere. I could have sworn I was going to wind up in Kansas. Bipolar, crazy weather. First of all, hi to everyone in the live chat. Natalie, Florida Girl, my trusty moderator, menopausal queen, Mary Beth, Maria. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Sherry. Good to see you guys. Hi, Toasty. Hi, Rory. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. So, first of all, we're going to get into in this edition of 90 Day Oy Vey is the fact that Kara has added herself to the list of 90-day big fat bullies. Okay. There is a list of cast members that I have talked about before that are big fat bullies. Okay. They will use bloggers for their purposes. And then when you post something that they don't like or they are sensitive to, they will slide into your DMs, try to rip you from sea to shining sea, or in this case, threaten someone. I'm not talking about myself, don't worry, but I'm going to get into that in a moment. So, Kara has added herself to that list of big fat 90-day bullies. And yes, Angela has a song. She has a song out. It's actually on Spotify. Okay. I am disappointed in it. I'm going to tell you guys why in a bit. But yes, Angela has a song out. Okay. So let's get right into this foolishness. Like Rory says, Rory is here for the foolishness. I'm going to give you foolishness. Okay. And yes, Toasty, the 90 Day Mean Girl crew is growing. And there are men in that crew too. That's what's sad about it. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a message from Kara. Because believe it or not, this whole stuff, like this whole drama, started over school drop off. Okay, so let's start off with a message from Kara.
What a difference a day makes. Like yesterday's drop off for Nico was like fun and exciting, and everybody was so happy, and he was so excited. And then today, like meltdown, full meltdown. Don't leave me here.
So it all started off with, like she said, school. Okay. Little Nico started school yesterday, and Guillermo posted this adorable post of him and his son. Okay. And yes, Kara posted some pictures on her story too. But if you only follow Guillermo and not Kara, or Kara and not Guillermo, you would assume that it was either one or the other parent at drop off because there wasn't a picture of the three of them together. Okay. Now, 90 Day Update posted to her page this innocent picture of Guillermo dropping off his son at school. And it resulted in Kara sliding into her DMs. Now, for you guys that are familiar with 90 Day Fiance Update on Instagram, she's an account that kind of like me, we're colleagues. She posts tea. She posts, pictures of the cast members from their stories, from their timelines. So this was just a regular post for her. Guillermo taking Nico to school, and it wound up with Kara in her DMs. Now, I have been given permission to share these because unfortunately, this seems to be a pattern when it comes to 90 Day cast members. Okay. So she starts off with it's not nice to intentionally be deceitful in regards to my son. I know, you know, I was very much there, and to represent any otherwise is pretty low. So 90 Day Fiance update replies, how would I know you were there? I don't follow you because you took this photo from my story. And 90 Day Fiance update replies with, I took it from his page. And Kara says, which also has several other photos of all of us together. She did post a photo of the three of them to her story, not to her timeline, to her story. And she tells 90 Day Fiance update, which if you're looking for clicks, people might comment more of all of in one photo. So 90 Day Update sent her the post where she got it from, Guillermo's page. Okay. And then Kara goes on to say, considering there aren't many of those, I guess she means pictures with the three of them together nowadays. So she goes on to say, if you want to make false claims about my romantic relationship with my husband, have it. But don't fuck with my son. So 90 Day Update says, I won't be bullied to do what you want. I share pics. That's all. I never share pics of your ex. So there we go. Okay. Don't try to imply that Kara is not a present mom because she will slide into your DMs and basically try to tell you what to post. And unfortunately, this is a pattern with a lot of these 90 Day cast members, okay? Especially the ones that are off the show and have been off the show for years. This unfortunately has not only happened to 90 Day Fiance update recently, like 2 days ago with Kara. It has happened to me in the past. It has happened to numerous other content creators in the past. Okay, we have been called names. I have been called late at night and left angry voice messages on my phone. A particular male cast member, I will not mention his name, left me angry voice messages at 9 o'clock one night because he didn't like what I posted. Okay. I have had other cast members, who do not comment on any of my posts, do not like any of my posts. But the minute I post something that they don't like, oh boy, they will be in my DMs in a hot minute. And then I have other cast members who try to have a relationship with me. So I take things down or post things that are, in a positive light towards them. And then once their season is over, they throw you to the side. So I've learned my lesson with many, many of these cast members, and is that they just want to protect their image the best they can. And when bloggers like us start tearing apart their image, yeah, shit like that happens. Okay. I'm sorry that this happened to 90 Day Fiance update, but in a way, things are meant to be, and it's, meant to be to show that Kara is turning into one of those mean girls. She's part of the mean girl group. So this is the picture of all three that Kara did post to her story, and eventually Guillermo did as well. Guillermo was also in the comments of 90 Day Fiance Updates post, and he said, for the record, Kara was very much there to send Nico to his first day. She is a good mom and would never miss it. Please be a little more careful with comments. And 90 Day Update let him know that Kara slid into her DMs and basically threatened her, trying to tell her what to do and not to do. So 90 Day Update is not going to take it. Guillermo may want the comments to be a little more kind. Well, his wife isn't doing herself any good by pulling off shit like this. Okay? Just saying, just my opinion. I mean, I may be a little biased because I'm a blogger and I have been through the same experiences. But listen, I have a job to do, and that is to bring the hottest tea to my subscribers and followers that I can, the most accurate, verified tea, not shit that I just pull out of my ass and throw against the wall, hoping that it'll stick. No, I verify my tea. I research my tea before I bring it to you guys. And I will not let 90 Day cast members tell me what to post and what not to post. So, yeah, I just wanted to show this pattern of bullshit that goes on. So, on the same post on 90 Day Updates page, this cracked me up. These comments made me laugh. Okay. First, someone said, "We all know if you don't back her up, she's going to keep the baby away from you." I already peeped the type of woman she is, a terrorist. And if you don't agree with her or do what she says, you won't get to see your child. Shaking my head. So someone else asked him, "Guillermo, I just wanted to know your thoughts of the video she shot with the three STDs." Now that made me crack up. Josh, Jamal, and Rob, why they bent her over the sink, and probably every single one of them probably railed her. Then there's Guillermo. Yeah, totally a great mom, showing off her butthole and her little chi-chis. Sorry for your boy. So I spit out my drink numerous times reading the comments because, yeah, Kara is not doing herself any good. Okay, she's not doing herself any good at all. So she, tries to redeem herself by, mixing her stories up. A little bit of her, with Nico, or talking about Nico, a little bit about music, a little bit about herself. So I guess, she's trying to mix it up a bit so she doesn't look as self-centered as she really is. Okay. So Guillermo is moving. It looks like he's moving into an entirely new place. Fresh start for him. Good for him. Good for you, Guillermo. I just hope that you keep your backbone when it comes to seeing your son, and you don't let Kara weaponize your son against you. Just my opinion. So moving on. Can I have, who the fuck is Abraham Lincoln, for $1,000, please? So I just want Julia and Brandon to please stop with the cryptic Instagram stories and the cryptic Instagram posts. Say what you mean what you say, or shut the fuck up. Okay? You're annoying me. And when you hear a content creator say that a couple is annoying her, yeah, it's getting bad. Okay? So first, I reported on this last week. Okay. Julia posted this story where she says, after coming home, now they were gone for like 3 weeks. They visited Japan and South Korea, and they did a whole like Asia tour. So Julia posted, after coming home this week, I was really depressed from the news I learned, from the situations that happened. You can always post beautiful photos and no one will find out anything. But honestly, it seems to me that I need to start sharing and not close everything off to myself. Okay, so last time I was like, what the fuck is happening here? Okay, now today, Brandon posted this beautiful picture of him and Julia, but the caption doesn't match. Okay, the caption says, "I have found happiness in what I already have in my life. I think it's good to continue to pursue more. But in Julia's case, I feel like what's the point when more never is enough?" Hi, warrior mom of many, my other trusty moderator. Thank you for joining us tonight. Yeah, Julia and Brandon, can you please stop with the cryptic IG posts and cryptic IG stories? Just tell us what the fuck is going on. Say what you mean what you say. I mean, yes, I agree, menopausal queen. Brandon isn't wrong. Okay, it seems like Julia is never satisfied. She is never satisfied, and she always wants more, 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 more. And everything has to be perfect with a capital P, italicized, bold, underline, period. Like I said in my recap. Okay. So I'm moving on. We have Silly Faces with Alex and the Children. Yara, I'm sorry, Mila is getting her passport. And Yara got a new gift. Check this out. And her dog is too cute.
Well, hello to my new baby. Because my Mila, what you doing? Because my old one had an accident, so I get yesterday my new one, and she's so pretty. Yeah, she's black or blue. And Mila wants to play, and Mila wants to play, and Mila wants to play. You want to play? You need to go to the groomer. You stink. You stinky. You stinky. She's doggy.
So, Mila's way, way too cute. Menopausal Queen. The answer to your question is, let me research that. I haven't had a chance. I don't know if that's actually true, if it's a clickbait story, if it's something that Lauren said. Does anybody know if it's something that Lauren actually said for herself on her stories? Or because I don't follow Lauren anymore. I follow Alex, but honestly, I stopped following Lauren because she's annoying a fuck. So, yeah. So, moving on. You know what else is annoying? AF? This whole Libby and Andre storyline, okay? Because we all know that they didn't move anywhere. Here is their daughter, Ellie, picture day for school in Florida, and Libby in her car in Florida. I'm going to have to check it out. I will check it out to see what was going on with Lauren, her hysterectomy, and I will get back to you guys. And Toasty, yes, I saved myself the Lauren headache. I said, you know something? I'll just follow Alex. Okay, this way I'll get the cute pictures of the kids and see what's going on without having to see Lauren every day on my timeline and in my stories and listening to her shit. So I saved myself the Lauren headache. So once again, they're in Florida. They're not fucking going anywhere. So you know who else? Okay. Total bullshit. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Speaking of bullshit storylines, Jasmine. But we all knew this, and I keep talking about this until I'm blue in the face. But Jasmine, on the last episode, when she was blaming Gino for abandoning her in a foreign country, and she's such a poor, defenseless immigrant. She didn't know what to do. She had to go run to Matt, and trip and fall on his dick a couple of times. And she was forced to go live with him and trip and fall on his dick more times because Gino abandoned her in a foreign country. And why didn't she get her own place? Why was she forced to go move in with Matt and trip on his dick numerous times a day? Because according to Jazzy, she has no credit. Being a new immigrant, she has no credit. Well, bullshit. Okay? Because not only did she have the income, she had income, but she had bad credit. Maybe defaulting on credit cards, maybe not paying your credit cards on time, maybe having LMNV Funding LLC, who is a collection agency for numerous major credit cards, suing you, all affected you being able to get an apartment on your own. Not that you had no credit, Jasmine, is that you have bad credit. And trust me, I'm sort of an expert on this. Miss, I declared bankruptcy twice because I know certain bloggers and certain cast members like to throw that around. But you know something? Hey, at least I own it and I don't spin a bullshit narrative on national TV. And you know something, Matt? Why the fuck are you here again? Why the fuck are you on the show? And when you said that you could sue Gino for all the money that you put out for Jasmine because Gino is still technically responsible for her, hey, you're the one that decided to take her into your place and let her trip and fall on your dick, a couple of times a day. So that's on you. The judge will laugh you out of fucking court, okay? So anyway, Maddie, I'm sorry that your mommy has put you to work since you practically came out of the womb. Okay, she is sticking the camera in her face every chance she gets, posting up flashback photos of her baby belly. Maddie was working from the time she was in the womb. And of course, she has to post her workout.
Hi, girl. Hi, girl. Hi, girl. Hi, girl. Hi, girl. Hi, girl. Hi. Mama. Mama. Hi. Hi. Oh.
There's nothing like a baby's laugh, okay? But Jasmine's voice, so poor Maddie has been working since in the womb, and now she got Wanse in on the deal, you guys. Okay, poor Wanse, her stepson that she abandoned back in Panama. Okay, she has him doing drawings for her cookbook. Girl, are you gonna put all your kids to work for you? Like, please, what in the actual fuck? Okay, so anyway, I feel bad for Natalie on this past episode. All she wanted to do was play some pool, and she had to deal with Psycho Jasmine. Well, this past weekend, Natalie was hanging out with her sister and her friends in Vegas, and guess what? No Gino, no Jasmine, no drama. So, moving on. Darcy, can you please crack a smile? Why do you look so constipated? And if you guys want to see Stacy over and over and over, here we go. This picture gives me a headache. It's like, okay, girl. So, if you guys haven't checked out my 90 days and 900 seconds recap for this past episode, hasta la vista, baby. Please do. Because this past episode, the theme was narcissism. Narcissism times 100 between Adnan, Jasmine, Andre. Oh my goodness. It was like over fucking flowing, overflowing. So, moving on. It is going to be the Hunt for Love tell all next week. It was the season finale this past Tuesday. And it looks like everyone is going to be kung fu fighting on the fucking tell all. Just from the previews that we see. First of all, it's going to be Usman versus Tim. Okay, and Usman says, when I told you he is the fakest human I've ever seen, don't doubt me. Someone who is falling down like baby in resort, someone who has no strength to stand on his feet. Now he has the strength to slap TV. A and I'm not going to say what he said there. Oh, a fool at 40 is indeed a fool forever. Anyway, do your thing as you hide under the cover because you know who you fake ass dude. Then Usman says, let me just clear it up in case people think I'm talking about Coty. He says, this is not for Colt. It's for that hypocrite and fake guy, Tim. I have nothing against Cole. We played a game for love and he won. Next time I will do better. And for calling Colt all those names, that was bad. And I'm very sorry to Colty. And I wish them good with his woman Courtney. But that asshole Tim is the one that I'm referring to. So he's like, I am going to clarify that I mean what I say. I said what I mean. And I'm not cryptic like these other fucking cast members are. So, as you guys may or may not have seen in the tell all preview, Tim is basically calling Usman out on his behavior towards Colty, saying, the name calling wasn't right. Usman apologizes, and Tim says, your apology is not enough. And Usman calls him an asshole. And before you know it, Tim is punching the screen. Tim turns around, punches the screen, shut the fuck up. Everybody's like, okay, so that is what Usman is referring to. Now, it also got very messy with Carlo, but I'm going to get into that in a second. I want to share what Rob had to say, okay, because now it's like the end of the season. They could talk more. So Rob said, bro, how are people saying I have an issue with my girl liking girls? I've never said that. Damn, can a man not express a concern since Sophie waited till damn near the wedding to tell me without being labeled homophobic? Even when she moved out to her girlfriend's house, I didn't talk about what if they are fucking. I literally respect her through and through on this subject. I guess asking for grace myself, though, is homophobic. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all don't pay attention. Now, in another preview of the tell all, we see that it gets really, really messy between Carlo and Cole. And Cole exposes his former friend now, Carlo, of talking shit about Tiffany, basically saying that Tiffany was fat and she could never get a man like him and other really fucked up shit of that nature. And they have texts that they show. Well, like Cole says, reality TV can get messy. Here's a little dose of reality from your friendly reality TV star for those of you who still don't get it. Imagine showing up to a dating retreat and giving up when the person you're into slept with someone else. Did your current partner date someone else before you? Yes. Hate to break it to you, you're enjoying sloppy seconds too. Cut the toxic masculinity, femininity, BS, and check your ego. Let's call the underlying problem out for what it actually is, an issue of respect. It was never about Jen and Rob sleeping together. It was about lying and a lack of transparency that hindered me from being able to make my own well informed decisions. It sounds like this tell all is going to be fucking insane, and I'm here for it. I am totally here for it. And you guys know that I will bring the cast members on, the singles, with me and Kelly to talk about it. Um, I just want to share a couple of more things before I talk about Rocky. So, Elise, chilling on the beach, and we have a message from May. May says, confession. If you're watching the show, just FYI, funny, this week I've had this conversation 2 times with 2 of my guy friends. Naturally, I do have many male acquaintances, mostly aside from close girlfriends. Also, because of the types of industries I am in and have been in, and women either love me or I triggered them. I'm girly, yet I'm also very agile on embracing physical strength and emotional strength. At times, I have a more masculine personality, i.e., when I was 3 years old, I was doing push ups and pull up contests at my school in Maku. I'd love to compete with boys, lol. I am feminine and soft, but also have seen a lot in my life and been around a lot, roughened up around the edges, and now refined to meet what fits. If anyone has questioned my friendships with the opposite sex, just understand that I connect with people not based on sexual attraction. It's always based on their values and mindset. One thing I appreciate my guy friends is their lack of judgment or comparison to me. So it's usually the safe zone. P.S. to my ladies that love me unconditionally and ride by me in a non-judgment zone. Love you always. Love you all always. Signing off. Am. I really like May on the show. I think May was cute. She held her own. Oh yes, she did. She held her own. She didn't take shit. Like when Jennifer was trying to accuse her of hooking up with Rob, she held her own, and I like May. I did. I like May. So I was on an Instagram live with Rocky, Jay, and Chris. And that is when I invited Rocky to join Kelly and I on our recap. And that is where I asked Rocky who was the one 90-day cast member besides Tiffany that he vibed with the most. Particular 90-day cast members that you bonded with more than others?
Uh, Besides Tiff,
Mm-hmm.
I kick it with Rob a good amount. He's always just kind of cruising, doing his own thing. So I just kind of fuck with him sometimes just because he's too cool. And sometimes I think he was bored. So I just go like, fuck with him. And he just make him smile.
Right.
Uh, like I remember just like throwing things while he was just trying to just sunbathe. And fuck is that? And I just hide until he finally figured it out. And so I jam with him quite a bit here and there. And
So yeah, he would, hang with Rob, fuck with him. If you guys haven't already checked out my recap with Kelly and Rocky, please do. He talks a lot about behind the scenes stuff and what happened between him and Tiffany. So Nikki is grateful for having all of her followers. She thought, people would stop following her once the show ended. And hopefully, Nikki will be joining Kelly and I on Tuesday for a recap for after the first part of the tell all. And by the way, you guys, Sean will not be hosting this tell all. Oh, yes. Finally, maybe they're listening to us. So now instead, we have Suki, who is the Sister Wives tell all host. And I don't watch Sister Wives, but from what I understand, she was really sticking it to Cody the last time. So hopefully she will be asking the hard questions and, really getting down to the nitty gritty. And maybe she watched the season. Unlike Sean, who doesn't watch the show. Sean doesn't watch the show, you guys, and it's obvious. I mean, it's obvious by the stack of cards in her hand. It is obvious just by everything. So hopefully Suki will be better. Yorkville Charlie, you say she's not better. Um, Deirdre says that she was good on Sister Wives. I say let's give her a chance, okay, and just keep our fingers crossed, because I know this season of Hunt for Love really disappointed me. So maybe the tell all, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know. So one thing I do know, I feel this deep down in my gut. And if I could place a bet on this, I would. There is going to be a Family Chantel 2.0. It's going to feature Chantel, her girlfriend Ashley. Okay. This blonde chick, I think her name is Marilyn something. She is the owner of the Botox place that Chantel works for. So, yeah, they're having a birthday party for Chantel's girlfriend Ashley, and Chantel and her boss slash bestie are the special guests. Okay, their egos are getting way too big for my Instagram feed. So the only explanation for this to me is that they are filming, will be filming, or already filmed a Family Chantel 2.0. Okay, so when the previews come out, when the grand announcement is made, remember where you heard it first. Okay, and I'm not saying anybody told me. I'm not saying anybody slid into my DMs and said, "Hey, Mary, I know for sure." No, this is just my gut feeling, just watching everything that's happening. Hunt for Love and Chantel's waste of time during that whole season. And you know how she's been seeing Ashley since at least late October, early November of last year. And her and Ashley is still seeing each other. I just have a gut feeling that we're going to see the whole family on our TV again. Winter got married. A whole nother marriage for the family to insert themselves in the middle of. River still doesn't have himself a wife. Maybe his sisters will go find him a wife. I don't know. But I just feel in my gut that we're going to see them again. So, moving on. Congratulations, Usman. He's engaged, but not to this chick. Okay? This is just some random chick. This is not his fiance. Okay? So, Usman, you know, he announced it in his stories that he would be coming to the US very soon with his bonita. Okay? He has a bonita, you guys. He says he is not single. There is a woman in his life that he loves very much, his bonita, and hopefully he will be married soon. Why do I smell another season for Usman and his bonita? Okay, and remember where you heard it. Just saying. So, moving on, adorable 90-day kids. Okay, um, Kobe and Emily's son, ATM, is way.
How did you get up there? What?
He climbed on the ladder.
Are you serious? How are you going to get down? Do you need help? Yeah.
Listen, when I see videos like that, I remember when my son was little and I'm like, oh, how cute. And then I remember how much work it is to have little kids. And I'm like, no, I'm happy that my son is all grown up. And so we have Thais's daughter, Elise, and Robert with, I'm sorry, Annie with their adorable son. Now, speaking of Elise, her mom went through some shit, and we're going to get into that in a second. So we have Amanda, who just had a baby, okay? Her kids on their first day of school, and her daughter holding her little sister, making mommy cry because she's realizing how big her daughter's getting. So, Thais, she just went through some shit, okay? As I reported in my last Oive, she was trying to go on a visit and she gets to the airport and they tell her that Elise cannot get on the flight with her to Brazil because Elise doesn't have a visa or a passport. And she is like, what? So she takes to the gram to explain what happened, and I'm going to let her explain, okay? But basically, yeah, it was her fault. But thank goodness, eventually everything did work out.
This picture you guys saw me posting. To be honest, I was devastated. We had everything planned to go to Brazil. We're on the way to the airport, and then we found out that we couldn't go because Alisa didn't have visa. Even though I am Brazilian, she can't go to Brazil. And I was like devastated. We planned this trip like so long. We lost a ton of money. We couldn't reschedule. We bought through like a different website. We've been to Brazil a couple of times. We never need a visa for Lisi. We didn't need the visa in Brazil. So that's something recently. Looks like the law started working last April. As I promised you, I never heard about that. We've been just like so busy and I didn't know about that. Like that's my country. I never needed a visa. So yeah, it turned out like a nightmare for us. I was devastated. I could come, but Alice couldn't come with me. And I was like, how am I supposed to leave my baby? It was like so sad. Like imagine you planning, visiting your family. Like it's been a year since I saw my dad. We never did a visa for Alice. We never did a passport. So like immediately that I couldn't go to Brazil, we came to California. I'm not like mad with any political stuff, with anything. I'm mad with, ourselves, with myself that we didn't know before, we didn't check. and with the company. So now we are here in California. We are getting ready to go to the Brazilian consulate. I was just like so sad, like, and how I never heard about that. So yeah, I love you guys' message. I thank you so much for all the support. We shall look because we will need.
So there you go. She thought that the regulations were the same because she said that they changed in April, that Elise didn't need a passport or a visa, but now she does. And they went to the consulate, they fixed everything, and they are on their way. Deidre, yes, the baby that was singing and climbing up on the plaything, that was Kobe and Emily's youngest. And I think I saw another question. Oh, Warrior Mom of Many, thank you so much for the $3 super sticker. I just saw that. I don't know how it flew by, but thank you so much. So Thais got everything fixed, and her and Elise are on their way to Brazil. So Varia got a new hair. Who's this going on? So I just want to know, how is she able to afford her day-to-day living expenses? She travels all the time. I'm sure this brand new hair color cost her a pretty penny. Okay, you guys, I know when I go to the salon and I just do my roots, it costs me a pretty penny. So going a whole new hair color, yeah. So how is she living day to day? Does she have sugar daddies? I mean, her man is in prison. So how is she supporting her and him? We know that she got caught shoplifting. Okay, but that could only last so long. How does she pay her bills? How does she pay her rent? How does she pay for this hair color? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so Varia is all about new hair. Who's this? And we have Veronica. And we have Chloe, who is all grown up, missing the summer already. And I just want to say, okay, it is eye bleach time, you guys. But first of all, Benny, Benny, Binyam, Binyam Shore, paging Binyam Shore. What the fuck are you doing? Please. I'm surprised he's able to get that close to her, because I heard a word on the street from numerous people that she stinks like stale cigarettes and cheap perfume, allegedly. So I don't understand how he could even get that close to her. But please, okay, I know you guys want to be talked about, especially her. Okay, you could tell that she's sad that no one's talking about her, that she's not over all over Facebook with those clickbait accounts and tons of videos and tons of TikToks talking about her. You could tell she's sad because she's getting down to reposting stuff again. Okay, so she reposted this again. This poor dude that she was sitting next to on a plane. And I bet you she was like, oh, let me take a selfie with you. Let me take a selfie with you. You look just like my ex, Michael. Let me take a selfie with you so I can get Michael mad. And then she probably spent the whole flight talking to this poor guy about Michael. So, yeah, so she recycled it to make people think that, is she with Benny? Is she with this Marco lookalike? Who is Angela with? Anyway, she has a new song out. Earplugs warning. Okay, get your earplugs. Get your headphones. Get your cotton balls. Okay, I'm not going to torture you guys and play the whole thing. I just have to say, I'm highly disappointed she did not mention Kibbles and Bits. Damn. I was kind of hoping that she would mention Kibbles and Bits. Not only would I have peed myself laughing, I would have promoted the fucking song for her. Okay? I've been like, as seen in Angela's song. So, anyway, I'm not going to torture you guys with the whole thing, But let me pull it up on Spotify, and let me know if you guys can hear this. Hey, this is Angela Team, and I just want to let all y'all know I got a secret weapon. Did somebody say on you? They're really your fan. They're really your fan. They're really your fan. Shut up. Only one queen on the reality scene, and that's Angela Bitch, Miss Angie T. Only one queen on the reality scene, and that's Angela Bitch, Miss Angie T. Love now, got everybody involved now. It's Angela, 90 days ain't enough to handle us. Some country shit, I bet you can't know get down like this. Hey pal, you must be some TLC trying to be for me. Are you kidding me? I take that match, just watch me slay. Sit back and just give me 90 days. If you ain't on me, then you back it up. Talking that shit, now back it up. Comes and dims, I don't even read them. Comes and dims, I don't even need them. Comes and dims, I don't even read them. Comes and dims, I don't even need them. Only one queen on the reality scene, and that's Angela Bitch, Miss Angie T. Only one queen on the reality scene, and that's Angela Bitch, Miss Angie T. It's so long that I'm tripping. Spilling the tea, it ain't living. Running the trap like I'm a hitman. Hating, but you really a fan, but from a distance. Been a long time, haters gonna say what they say, but only online. It's only a show. They be thinking that they did, but I even know. Running like New Balance. You been taking shots at a loose cannon. What is this, dumb and dumber? Run me my friend like Ada Plumber. It's only win, ain't no other. Till I'm talking, take cover. Last one saying he gon' hate me. Pretty sure I know this ain't Gino, baby. So Gino is mentioned in the song for some reason. Okay. Um, the realist or Fletch, whoever the rapper is in this song, is not that bad. Okay. But yeah, I see the comments. Okay. It's horrible. Yeah. I quit drinking, but that will make me start again. I believe that the rap is AI. Okay. I believe this whole song is AI, but I don't know. Deirdre, my bronchitis is fully healed. Thank goodness. But yeah, Angela is too much. Okay. And yeah, I'm sorry to do that to you guys, but I just had to share. There's actually 2 more minutes. I'm not going to torture you with the 2 more minutes, but yeah. Anyway, so Chidi posted, okay, and whenever Chidi posts, Renee has to post right after. Renee needs to let it go already, okay. Not only did she come on my channel, I interviewed her. She has been going on and on and on about this whole Chidi and his sister situation for months. Months. Seasons have gone by. Winter has turned into spring. Spring has turned into summer. And she is still talking about Chidi. So now moving on. Stevie says, get what you want. Okay. Get what you want. And just get it. Don't let nothing stop you. And I appreciate Stevie sometimes for her go getting attitude. And then sometimes I'm just like, please just, anyway. So Annie, Brenda, whatever her name is, does not know if she's going on 90 Day. She's confused about her relationship status with Matt and Amani, which to me kind of sounds like a future storyline for a future season of 90 Day. But hey, what the hell do I know? I'm just a blogger. So Amani is doing Amani type things while Matt is working out in the gym with that stupid look on his face as usual. Nicole is back to posting clickbait to her stories. She is not pregnant. May is not going to be a big sister. Don't believe any of this crap. Okay. You can't believe Corey though. Okay. Corey is hanging out in Peru, having the time of his life. So let's check out Corey in Peru.
La sabor es más o menos cangrejo mixto con ¿cómo se dice lobster? Langosta. See, the flavor is like crab mixed with lobster. Is the only way to kind of explain it, but it's yeah, it's a unique flavor. I really like it. Gotta try it. Ceviche de percebes. Try it.
So there you go. So Corey sharing ceviche, which is making me crave ceviche right now. And just a couple of miscellaneous things before I let you guys go. Mr. Softy is coming down my block right now, which is totally distracting me. It's like fucking 50 degrees out, but Mr. Softy is coming down my block. Make it make sense. A happy anniversary to Clayton and Amanda Lee. Clayton is still doing his stand-up comedy thing at the Looney Bin in Tulsa, and he jokes around that he wouldn't be able to fit into his wedding suit now. So, couple of miscellaneous things before I let you guys go. We have Brittany, who always looks like an AI figure to me for some reason. We have Liz and Nikki Exotica. So thank you everybody for watching me. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you everybody in my live chat. Thank you guys so much. Thank you everybody watching me on the replay. Please subscribe if you don't already. Double check that you are subscribed. Please like, share with a friend or 10. Please consider joining my membership. I have some really hot tea on there, not only for 90 Day Fiance, but for Love After Lockup as well. If you watch that, I will be uploading new content to my membership really soon. So if you could join my membership, I would really, really appreciate it, and you would really, really benefit from it. And please consider checking out my shop. I have some cool merchandise. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. See you next time. Bye, everybody.